Hi, I'm Lawrence Lobdell, creator and executive producer here at the Manhattanville News Network. You might be asking yourself, what is the Manhattanville News Network? I'm here to tell you. The Manhattanville News Network is a new club here on the Manhattanville campus. Our goal and mission is to provide educational and entertaining content to the community of Manhattanville. You're currently watching the main program here on the Manhattanville News Network, Mville News. This show will strive to be a bi-weekly news program made by students for students in the Manhattanville community. There will be more information next semester regarding future programming on the Manhattanville News Network, but for now sit back and enjoy our first episode as we recount the events of this past semester. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road.
This year, Manhattanville College saw the creation of Community Life, a new organization here on campus. We now go live to Susan Boyd for new information on this topic.
Hi, my name is Susan Boyd. I am the Assistant Dean for Community Life. I began my stint here at Manhattanville College in the end of April, beginning of May, officially as the Assistant Dean. This summer, folks noticed a change that happened in student affairs. We created specific hubs for students to be able to better recognize, for us to be able to better function. So our hub is the Community Life Hub, and it's made up of what was Residence Life, what it was Cecil, which was the Center for Leadership, for student leadership. I'm sorry, I don't remember what those words stood for. We do all of the engagement type of activities for students, so all clubs and organizations, student government, big traditional programs that happen at the institution. Like I said, all the residence life stuff. And the thought was that both sides of those, of the organization are folks that engage the students while they're here on campus, and predominantly the social community life part of our world. And so that's why we joined together. Some of the things that you've seen us do this year: we successfully moved in 650 students, happily had them settle into their rooms and have fun and begin to build their communities. We had a great welcome week. I hope you remember, and we're participatory in that. We had activities just about every single night. Some other big things that I'd like to highlight: we did Fall Fest. I think that was really, really successful. We had a switch this year because of weather, and we had our carnival rides on Friday night, which made us all go, wow, this would be really fun to do. So you might see that look a little bit different next year. And then all day Saturday, we did activities up here in the castle. Then, in addition to that, we've done Commuter Appreciation Week. We had Mville's Got Talent. I am probably forgetting 15 other big events that we've had. I think probably a big switch from last year to this year. Last year, we were still really under COVID restrictions, and so really weren't doing big gatherings. So it feels like we took all that off and tried to build back to a big events and having students interact with each other.
Thank you very much, Susan. We now go to Alyssa and Fiona on the report on the dining hall.
Hey Valiants, this is Fiona Yospio.
And I'm Alyssa Cavaretta, and now we're going to talk about the dining dilemmas on campus. Over the course of the semester, students have voiced their concerns about issues regarding the dining hall.
These problems consist of not enough gluten-free options, along with vegetarian and vegan options, quality and inconsistencies in the food, lack of variation of food options, and dining hours.
In terms of gluten-free options, it was brought to our attention that we are a gluten avoidance dining hall because of the possibility of cross-contamination. For example, all pizzas are cooked in the same oven.
In response to the town hall meetings and the SAC meeting with Cindy Porter and Barry Brennan, the school is planning on expanding the salad bar options in the dining hall. This includes adding more options such as lentils, artichokes, and sweet corn.
I love cone.
To provide students with diet restrictions with more protein sources, the dining hall will be adding protein powder to the smoothie station for students to use.
Students have also voiced their concerns with the inconsistencies in the cooking of the food. Students have complained about receiving raw chicken. However, Barry explained that the chefs use thermometers on all meat sent out to make sure it's properly cooked. If you receive undercooked food, show it to the dining hall staff or call this number below.
Throughout the week, Chartwell's agreed to start doing student dining hall surveys to figure out what meals the students want and don't want to see in the dining hall. Previously on the weekends, the options were limited. However, the omelet station is now back on Saturday for breakfast, and we are starting to see more options on the weekends.
Regarding dining hall hours, students have expressed concerns about missing dinner hours due to night classes and then not being able to get food in the pub if they have the unlimited meal plan. This also accounts for athletes who have early morning practices that can't get breakfast right after practice because the dining hall is not yet open. Chartwell's is currently working on trying to determine more appropriate dining hall hours for students.
You may be wondering, what's next? A follow-up meeting will be held in the spring to evaluate how effective the new changes are working and give students a chance to give more feedback, so stay tuned. I'm Fiona.
And I'm Melissa, and thank you for tuning into
Dining Hall Dilemmas.
The Clark Center partners with neighboring organizations providing services to the nearby community. Collaborating with Big Brother Big Sister, Habitat for Humanity, the Coachman Family Center, and many others, the Clark Center has continued its outreach in helping the local community. With this semester, we have had a growth in the program after the school's reopening after COVID. Today we have Craig Donnelly, Director of the Sister Mary T. Clark Center for Religion and Social Justice, to speak about how programming has progressed through and after the pandemic, and what he is looking forward to in upcoming semesters.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Donnelly.
Hey everyone!
Hi, Craig. So, what can you tell us about the Clark Center this semester?
Sure. The Clark Center this semester, we're so excited that we have a lot of new initiatives through this center. You know, I think we're known for our community service programming. We've added about 200 community partners to our organizations that are listed Monday through Sunday, morning, afternoon, evening. So that is comprised of on-campus, off-campus, virtual. We also started a volunteer internship program, and the reason why we started that internship program is that when students are about to graduate Manhattanville, they can start working with our not-for-profits. Something that we've increased this semester as well is having a social justice weekly speaker series on Wednesdays, an interfaith program on Thursdays. We started a new program called the Retreat Program. Once a month we'll deal with different topics such as social justice, advocacy, activism, and spirituality. We started hiring our new campus ministry team that we're excited about. Our alumni, Latalia Morrison, is our Christian chaplain. Father Fidelis is our Catholic chaplain. Then there's Stefan Qatar, who is our Muslim chaplain, and Rabbi Walton is our Jewish chaplain. This also with the Clark Center, we finally have a team in place. It's not just me by myself. It's having Camila, who is our student support coordinator, Catherine, who's our program coordinator, and we just hired a new admin who started today, December 1st, Kelsey. Breaking news, Valiant, yes. We also are bringing back our service trip program. So this March we're going to Puerto Rico, so we're still looking for volunteers to go to, so we're excited about that. So that's Clark Center in a nutshell.
How has it been transitioning since COVID?
That's a good question. So when COVID first happened, about 50% of our programming was virtual with our community partners. So that was always an interesting thing where our scholars, non-scholars, and I want to make everybody know on this, who's watching this, that the Clark Center is for everyone, not just Clark scholars. It was kind of tough. Virtually wise, sometimes it was one person connecting with another person through virtual, but nothing beats in person. Through COVID, though, we were the only department on this campus to do in-person programming, still 7 days a week. We didn't have as many programs, but we were still there with the community because whether it be with masks and gloves, there was still a need. And honestly, through COVID, I've had the most requests from organizations ever since my time here, and it's been 18 years that I've been here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. And it's everyone. It's the cameraman. It's the sound person back there. It's you. You're the one that's bringing it. I'm just the background, promoting it.
Have there been any lasting effects on the Clark Center because of the pandemic?
Lasting effects. Yes. One thing that we really wanted to do during the pandemic is the Clark Center just celebrated did during 2020 was our 20th anniversary our 21st anniversary of the center, so we weren't really able to celebrate of all the past scholars that have come, so I'm hoping that when we reach our 25th year, we'll be able to do that. So that was one of the lasting effects, that we couldn't have an in-person thing. Also with Clark Center, I'm always looking for more grants. I think a lot of money that is funded through the Clark Center comes from grants and donations. I help write those grants. Manhattanville does a great job of giving us funding as well, but a lot of it relies on grants and fundraising. But the lasting effect was not able to celebrate all the alumni that have come before, that have been scholars, to celebrate them during the 21st anniversary.
Yeah, that'd be fun for the
Yeah.
25th.
Yes,
anniversary.
hopefully you're all there.
What are you looking forward to in upcoming semesters with the Clark Center?
Okay, so what I'm really looking forward to is that we're starting an academic service program where we're going to be connecting with all academic classes to connect the Clark Center with an academic class and a community service project. So it's not just going to be, I know we have clubs, sports teams, RAs, journey mentors, all that involved with Clark Center, but we want to make it where every class year, first year, sophomore, junior, seniors, every academic class gets involved with a Clark Center program. It could be like a one-time event like Speak, or something where they connect the class to that. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to. And also having service trips happen during winter break, spring break, and summer break, where we have multiple groups come in, and I'm looking for alumni donations of big corporations to donate to have these trips be fully funded, so students have to pay anything.
Awesome.
So those are the main things I'm looking forward to. And also, I'm hoping one day that the Clark Center gets more positioned in another space on the campus, because I think we're such a great center to be more like visualized. Like Spelman is wonderful because it's the first year residence hall, but somewhere else where it's like, I don't know, it just has to be more visual to the students. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, hopefully one day.
Well, thank you so much for being here,
Oh,
Craig.
thank you for having us. I look forward to coming back once again. And Valiants, get involved with the Clark Center today.
Thank you, Craig and Tara. And now here's Shiel with sports.
Hello America, my name is Shiel, and today I will be recapping the seasons of your Manhattanville fall sports, starting with women's volleyball. The volleyball team finished their season as Skyline Conference champions, boasting a 24-7 record on the season. The Valiants appeared in the NCAA Division III National Championship Tournament for the second time in their program history. Their dance in the NCAA tournament would come to an end in the first round after falling to the Engineers of Stevens. Senior captain Bianca Vital was named an American Volleyball Coaches Association Division III All-Region Honorable Mention. The men's soccer team finished their season with an impressive 9-5-4 record. Their season would conclude in the Skyline Conference semifinals against Yeshiva University, who would win the matchup 2-0. The team would finish the number 1 seed, making them regular season Skyline champions for the second year in a row. The team also rolled with accolades as 7 players were honored with Skyline All-Conference recognition, and Trevor Henderson would be named Skyline Conference Defensive Player of the Year. After a hard-fought season, the women's soccer team finished their campaign 7-10-2, ultimately falling to number 1 seed Sarah Lawrence 1-0 in a heartbreaking Skyline Conference semifinal. Sarah Lawrence would go on to win the conference championship. The Valiants had 4 players selected to the College Sports Communicators Academic All-District. Veronica Lage, Dory Grasso, Megan Lesser, and Izzy Rosa were all honored. Women's cross country ran their way to the Skyline Conference Championship, where their season would end after placing 6th. Junior Angeline Silverio was named to the Skyline Fall 2022 All-Sportsmanship team. Men's cross country team finished their season placing in all but 1 meet across the entire season. Their season also came to an end in the Skyline Conference Championship, where they placed 7th. Freshman Javen Burgos was also named to the Skyline Fall 2022 All-Sportsmanship team. Women's tennis would finish their season 0-6 in the Skyline Conference. Ali Patrica, who made her debut mid-season, would have solid performances which were recognized by the Skyline Conference. Patrica would make the All-Skyline second team with a record of 4-3 in singles action for the Valiants. Traveling all the way to Scranton, the field hockey team would end their season campaign in the Atlantic East first round matchup against Marywood. The team had an overall of 4-12, with 3 of their wins being out-of-conference matchups, including an 11-1 win against Sage College. The matchup against Sage saw Abby Playville break the record for most points in a single game in program history. She ended the game with an impressive 15 points, including 5 goals and 5 assists, helping the Valiants with the victory. Playville would later be named to the Atlantic East All-Conference First Team. We at Manhattanville News Network would like to congratulate all of the fall sports for their hard-fought seasons. We would also like to acknowledge the winter sports who have started their seasons and wish them the best of luck moving forward. Be sure to get out and support your Valiants this winter.
Hello, this is Sean Malgani with your Arts Recap.
Arts Recap.
The first production, Wit. It was held on October 20th till the 23rd. It told the story of Vivian Baring, who is a pretentious professor that gets cancer. We follow her memories and her almost death. The play showcased our theater's new set and amazing talent. Just when Wit was about to close, Brett Mattis showed up on the Go Valiants field. Dance Troupe, Dance Assemble, Latin Fusion, and the K-pop dance crew teamed up with all 23 athletic teams to compete for the glory of Best Non-Dancing Dance Team. The winning team being our track and field Valiants. Go Track. And now with a topic near and dear to my heart. Castle Concerts Club had their last fall performance this past Friday. This fall semester contained many shows at Reed Castle, including a bunch of open houses. Stay tuned for next semester and follow Castle Concerts on Instagram at Castle Concerts Club. This semester's musical was Damn Yankees, held at the Little Theater in Brownson. Joe Boyd sold his soul to the devil, but not without an escape clause. This story goes from lightheartedness to the introspective looks at what really matters in life. The show displayed 3 months of hard work from the performing arts majors. The art gallery held numerous events this semester. They displayed artists, both student and guest artists. On November 16th, we had the student art exhibit on the 3rd floor of the Brownson Go Live. This exhibit had everything from fashion to artwork. We wrapped up the semester with the dance concert. The concert showed what the dance majors were working on for the whole semester. Students choreographed and performed. It went from November 15th to 18th, ending the semester with a bang. And this has been your Arts Recap.
Arts Recap.
This concludes Enville News' coverage of the fall 2022 semester here at Manhattanville College. MNN thanks you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you a lot more next semester.